Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video. Here to review everything surrounding the Burnley nil Chelsea 4 game and only the Burnley nil Chelsea 4 game. But yes, we'll be reviewing everything surrounding the game. Big up everyone that's locked in. As always, smash the like and subscribe button. What a second half from the Chelsea after uh, really meaty first half performance where I just really thought I travelled 6 hours for a 0-0 draw. But we turned it around. Goals from Reece James, Kai Havertz, Christian Pulisic absolutely flattened Burnley with 3 goals in the space of 10 minutes, and then it was easy sailing from then. And it's the first time in ages where I think we've had a performance that comfortable. Obviously, other than the Tottenham games, where there's heavy Tottenham tax in it, but we'll delve into everything regarding the game. Smash the like and subscribe button. Memberships are also now live on the channel as well. So if you guys want to support the channel, drop a little subscription down below. It'd be massively appreciated. But yeah, let's get into it. Jesters, what are you telling me, bro? You all good?
Well, I'm super fantastic today. Somebody got a feedback.
You still there?
Let me see. No, it's gone now. Oh, okay. So anyway, it was a great display yesterday. We think we finally found at least 2 of the 3 that need to be starting up front.
We found the 3.
Okay. All right. Well, Meatloaf always said 2 out of 3 ain't bad, so I'll take 2 out of 3 right now, the way we've been playing. So, 4-0, best performance and a half since probably the first Tottenham game where we brought Conte off and played a middle 3, or brought Conte on and played a middle 3 and destroyed him in the second half. Probably as dominant as that. So I'm very happy. We moved to Norwich, and let's start building some points so we can put the league to rest and focus on winning 2 trophies.
100%, bro. Alex, what are you telling me, my guy? You all good?
Yeah, all good. All good. Excited about the second half. Not excited about the first half. Excited my family returned from Tennessee safely. So
let's go. Love to hear it. Sounds like a positive weekend. Scott, what are you saying, bro?
I'm not bad. I'm in a weird mood today. I want to be positive because we won 4-0, but then there is some negatives about the game that are unfortunate. But yeah, as I said, I want to be positive because we won 4-0, and the second half, as Jester said, was amazing. Like that's probably one of the best halves of football I think I've seen this season from us. I can't remember, apart from as Jester said, that Tottenham game where Kante came on. I can't really, or the what I think possibly one of the Juve halves, the second half against Juve. I don't think I've seen a better second half from us this season. But yeah, it was nice to see some players step up.
Yeah, because first half genuinely looked like watching paint dry for the longest period. C1, what are you saying, bro?
All good. First half, my eyes were bleeding. Watch that first half, no progressive passes from anyone. But the second half, I really enjoyed that. I thought Havertz and Pulisic, they played very well second half, and that cross on Pulisic on his weak foot was very good. And hopefully we see more of that as well. And Reece James, man, no right back is scoring that type of goal, man. Sorry, Lewis, but the RJ hype has to come soon, bro.
It probably will. Fata, pal, what are you saying, man? You all good?
All good. And yeah, man. First away day I've been to Burnley. Not gonna lie, I like the scenes in the stadium, but overall, I know why the reason they're calling this shithole Burnley. So yeah, it was.
Was that your first time going Burnley?
First time going to Burnley. So
that doesn't count. You haven't had any of the shit experiences. Fucking hell. You got good sunshine, a 4-0 win, 3 p.m. kickoff. You had it easy, bruv.
Easy, innit? And yeah, man, the fans, they're always loud in it. Away days, man. We've had the best away days in town, literally. So, not gonna complain too much, though.
Yeah, good to hear. Like we said, 4-0 Chelsea Burnley. First half, absolutely not horrific, just uninspiring. Barely any penetration into the box. Barely any big chance creates. I think most of our chances were Rudiger long shots, and that was just showing how much of a struggle it was for us to try and get anything from them in the first half. What do you think changed in the second? Was it another Tuchel masterclass? Was it a Tuchel hairdryer? Or did players actually start to actually have a bit of influence on the game? What are you guys'
It was
thoughts?
easy.
System issue. Like I feel like the system kind of in the first half.
Nah.
It was
A
too
little
it
bit,
was
little
a
bit of
switch.
a
little bit of
of
system and a little bit of moving without the ball. You know.
No, it was a switch
little
of
bit
position.
little bit of individual brilliance opened up the game, and
Yeah.
after that it was just
It was
And
very
he-
simple.
he-
Mount went from right to left,
Yeah.
and
His
he
leg
dropped
deeper,
into the
I just think
midfield to help
deeper.
the connection
I just think
between.
Tuchel kind of tweaked the system in the second
Okay,
half. That's
well.
why we got ticked.
One sec, Justice.
Yeah, trying to explain that the tweak he made. So he went to the left, Mount went to the left and started dropping instead of Pulisic dropping in the first half. He played on the left. Whoever played on the left, that attacking mid or winger, whatever you want to call it, was going to drop to help connect offense to defense, because that's what we didn't have in the first half, offense to defense. So when it was Reece James and Mount on the other side, they created nothing from whatever build-up play. They were supposed to be the scoring side, and the left side was going to be the build-up side. In the second half, Mount went to the build-up side, Christian went to the scoring side, and him and Reece James had a field day. So that's the change that I saw.
So he was closer to the goal, and then you literally move Mount away from it, and when we have the ball in deeper areas, then
Because he's an 8, he's not a forward.
so it's like it's helping our progression.
It's quite ironic then that the most creative person then became Pulisic.
Right, but you get him the ball in those areas, he will be creative. He's not going to be creative at picking the ball up at the halfway line. That's not where you get the creative, because if you get him with the ball in the box, around the box, he's very creative. Driving from deep positions, that's not really. He tends to over dribble.
in the box.
As
He
we saw.
becomes selfish. Outside the box, he
think
creative.
I just think
Definitely.
I just think Mason Mount don't need to be put in that deeper.
He's better.
Fucking hell, C1. Yeesh.
Don't get so mad at me, man.
What was that?
Oh shit! Was he my mic?
Yeah, that was definitely your mic.
Oh shit! Sorry, bro.
But yeah, for me, when Pulisic picks the ball up from those deeper positions, because of his frame and everything, it's very easy to take him down too, which is also part of the reason why he struggles when he's picking up the ball in those deeper areas. When you're picking
We
up in the
fouled him a
final
lot
third,
in the
then it's
first
only a
half, to
matter
be
of a
fair.
few touches. What are you saying?
To be fair, when Pulisic plays way deeper and picks up the ball, they foul him a lot because they recognize that he can actually progress ball quicker. You know, what
But
I'm
it's
saying?
also
They
easier
foul
for
him.
them to get to
Yeah.
that decision,
Yeah,
which is why it's
Because-
also ineffective for us.
And also because he holds onto the ball a bit too long at times, so then it invites fouls onto him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw a moment, and I think just to start the second half, we picked the ball up from deep, and it was like he was trying to remake his first goal when he scored that hat trick a few seasons back.
Probably so.
And that was another one that feeds into he's holding it onto it way too much. But he grew into the game a lot more towards the end of the second half, and very, very promising performance from him. He looks like he's starting to get into a bit of form. Sportswire, I see you. My bad. I'll send you the link now. One sec.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
second half there was just
Apparently, Gal said that we go on Arsenal go on third.
Don't
Of
listen to
course,
him, guys.
Fair.
Don't
Of
listen to
course
him,
he
guys,
did.
please.
Of course he
He's
did.
always
Like,
been
I don't care.
Um,
This is he,
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
At the end of the
Look
day-
at our run. Look at their run.
At the end of the day, look
He's
at the Mount's touches and Pulisic's touches in the first half compared to the second half. I think Mount had more touches in the second half than in the
Right,
first half.
because he was dropping, building up play. Because that midfield that was on the pitch is not designed to really drive with the ball. Conte can do it some, but that's not why you have Conte out there. Jorginho doesn't do it at all. He's going to pass before he drives into the midfield. And so we lacked that one person that could make the mark, because what they were doing in the first half, they were dropping the two strikers in the 4-4-2 on our 2 6s. So when the center backs had the ball, they either had to play it up to the forwards, out to the wing backs, but they couldn't play it to Jorginho or Conte because they had Rodriguez and Weghorst sitting right on them. So we had to move the ball differently, and we didn't have as much runs, and you could see like Thiago get very frustrated that people weren't running into space so he could find them. Second half, we changed it up a little bit, brought Mount further back, and that gave us the extra guy to break the two strikers sitting on our forward, our sixes, and the rest is just a good half of a football. Great 10, 15 minutes where we just. If we can do that in 10 to 15 minutes against a team that's sitting back, playing defense, and has been very good of late of keeping bigger teams to a lower score and just blow them out of the water, that's something we can build on and move forward, and I hope we do.
The one thing I will say is we have to fix up defensively, though, in areas. Like Thiago Silva was brilliant, but my word, the rest of the defense in the first half, we got very lucky. Lucky we went 3-0 down.
Mendy should have done better with that cross.
Mendy.
I feel like
that happened.
Mistakes.
You had the Mendy cross, you had the McNeil chance where he literally just put it over from like 6 yards, and you had the Collins header from 6 yards as well that he put over. Like those 3 chances, they if we're being real, they probably should go in.
The Chalaba one where he was trying to get it to go over the in line.
Yeah, and
I think Rodriguez came in and got the ball. Because
you're literally asking Pulisic to be a Hazard, technically, in this game.
Well, yeah, I guess for parts of it you did, for the first half. Mm-hmm. He, Hazard had that gift about him that he could dribble the entire length of the pitch. Pulisic can do it too. We've seen him do it. It's just not something you want him doing on a regular basis.
He's best inside the 18-yard box.
Yeah. You get him into the final third, you get him into the 18-yard box, just right outside the 18-yard box with the ball at his feet. He can do stuff.
You know what?
He's a forward.
I was really impressed with Pulisic. Yes. Even though the past 2 games, he's playing more with his head up. Like he's picking out those reasons why he can pick out those passes because he's seeing the runners.
Yeah,
and
Xavi,
left
volume in the background.
Oh my bad.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice that. Fair enough. Big up yourself, Xavi. Anyway, sorry, I was sending a message. What was he even saying?
About Pulisic?
He was talking about playing with his head up. And Pulisic, I think that, we've seen the left-footed cross a little bit before. That was to Olivier Giroud. Back in Project Restart, he had the left foot dink, but he was on the left side. This time we saw the left foot. And that was a beautiful fade to the back post. I mean,
it was good finish. It was good.
That header was big. I didn't even see that. It's like
I thought it was wide first.
Yeah, because the keeper was rooted. That's why I thought. I was like, damn, the keeper not moving, and I see it creep in. It's a good header.
Yeah, that was a brilliant piece of play. But the one that really shows that he's playing back to his best self was he drove to the byline on the left and used his right to pick out Conte coming in to the 18-yard box. He makes the pass to Reece. Reece puts it across, and that's our third goal. And that was an even harder one to pick out because Conte was running, and he had to play it in front of him in space. He was.
I think he's picking up form. He's getting into like a momentum and a rhythm right now.
Yep.
But this is what I said. This is what I said a couple of weeks ago. After I can't remember what game it was. A couple of weeks ago, he had a decent performance.
Okie Dokie's one of the good ones.
No, a couple of weeks ago, after I can't remember who it was against, but after one performance he had that was decent, I said he needs a run of games. I said he needs a run of games to play to get consistency, and he's had that run of games. This is now, I think, the third or fourth game in a row he's played, and we're seeing that consistency is starting to come through.
By the way, Mendy needs to learn how to box because if he comes out and swings like that in the fight, he'll get his ass knocked out.
Usually he's catching it instead of going for the punch in those situations.
Yeah, that was he should not.
Neil should have scored that.
He should have not come for that ball at all.
Yeah, he had no need to.
Yeah, they should have scored that.
It was coming closer than it was. So
We
Once
had
you
a
come
bad
out, you
first
got to go
half.
for it, though. At that point in time, you have
We
to come
do.
get yourself
We
on it.
did have a bad first half.
That
Our
first
midfield,
half was
our
That
midfield
dreadful.
first half, we
was
should have gone
so
behind.
non-existent.
No, our
so
attack
non-
was just as bad too, though.
Yeah,
man.
but that was due to the midfield. It was so slow.
Yeah,
The midfield was
bad.
so slow.
Flawless.
Flawless.
Yo,
That's
you
what
got
I'm telling
you
you.
got a
man.
city game.
Yeah,
to
man.
focus
He's getting
on,
ready
boy.
for a derby.
Yeah, man. I'm only I'm going over to the Manchester derby. I'm only here because Timo told me it was Christensen's funeral, innit? That he's leaving. So I thought, let me hop on the stream and see what's going on. That's the only
Lewis
reason I'm
in
here.
the mud.
That's what he
Lewis
said.
in
Right,
the
um,
mud.
Swear down. That's what he
Let
said.
me just
That's
let
what
me
he said.
let me just land it. This is a Burnley 0 Chelsea 4 review stream. This isn't a transfer stream. This isn't on player negotiations or anything. We're going to discuss all of
I
that
got wrong
in tomorrow's
information in it.
stream.
I think
I got wrong.
Flawless.
I'll leave tomorrow then. I got
We
wrong
haven't
information.
By the way,
no.
Fat,
Hold on a second.
switch your camera on, bro. Where you at?
Hold on,
Switch
hold
your
on a
camera on.
second.
You ain't
Lewis,
I
hiding.
did not send him a link
Switch
at
your
all. I did
camera
not
on.
send him a
Lewis,
link.
hold
I
on a
did not
second.
send him
Big
a link
screen,
at
bro.
all.
We ain't even mentioned any transfer news, and you're saying, "Oh,
Lewis,
Christensen funeral." What are you
Lewis.
trying to do?
I'm just reading the news from Price. That's it, man.
Lewis, I think
We are reviewing the Burnley Chelsea game on here. We ain't doing
no.
transfer news or any
I think
bollocks like that.
it is the funeral. He just got through the wrong funeral. It was Manchester United funeral.
Oh, this guy
It's
got
gonna be
jokes.
in 30 minutes, man. That's the funeral.
I can't even back it. I've seen the team. I can't even say nothing.
Nah, United are gonna win.
You just came from
Alright,
the funeral, man.
I'm just saying that's what Timo told me. Innit? I was here to pay my respect. Because that's what Timo told me.
Fatter's giving you the wrong information.
Give me
That's
wrong
tomorrow's
information.
stream.
That's what it is. I'll probably be
tomorrow's
back at some point tomorrow. I'm ahead off anyways. Go do this. Watching all this.
Yeah, big up anyway.
Flawless.
Good to see
blessed.
you. But you are not dancing on my grave today. We won 4-0, man.
I am not dancing. I come here to pay my respects. He's a quality
Yeah,
centre.
Yeah. Just because you came dressed out in all black don't mean you're being respectful,
Man,
bro. I ain't
man
hearing
came in the
none of
bright
that.
attire. You get what I'm saying? No hat. The whole nine, you get what I'm saying? The whole nine.
In the
Hey, big up to all of you lot on the panel. Yeah, I'm off, Lewis. I'll catch up with you soon. Yeah, I'm
Take care,
Go
my
to
guy.
the different funeral.
Right, so Fatter, do you want to explain that?
Because I was checking the pie street because I was worried because you were MIA at the Burnley Manchester. I haven't heard you since then. That's why.
MIA, you saw me leave on the train.
That's the last
You
time
were
I
on the
saw you.
platform with me.
I know that's the last time I saw you. And then when the news came out, you literally went silence.
That man said that you jumped in front of a train.
And the fact that you're the only one in the stand just clapping him, like clapping for the warm up, isn't it? You sit beside me, bro.
Oh my gosh. The man said you jumped in front of a train.
That's
Lewis,
bigger awful than when I hear you try to back Werner.
Lewis, you know when you put 100 pounds, it's just you just giving yourself. Just say
Yeah, you put 100 pounds in.
I do that, but YouTube would take 30% of it.
Yeah, so he'd actually lose money.
So just put 130.
You could actually do
You'll
it for
get
free.
And I lose even more.
You do it for free because it is your channel.
No, I hear that, but
Let's see if Pocodoku wants to pay the percentage, so level it.
yeah, you know what? This would be where fucking Nathaniel does like the maddest U-turn and tries to kick Fatter out or some bullshit. Ace Ready says, discuss AC. We will be doing that on tomorrow's stream, not today's stream. Today is the Burnley Chelsea review.
Lewis, you getting cooked right now, bro.
No, we're discussing our brilliant win over at Turf Moor. And why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Because I love this chat. It's a good chat.
Why are you laughing?
Nothing, man. I'm just laughing at you didn't say anything about him apparently being injured for the League Cup final, having a medical on Monday for Barcelona, but you didn't say anything about that, did you?
Do you want to know why? And again, we'll
how
delve
is
into
that
this on
possible?
tomorrow's stream.
How is that
False
possible?
news.
He
That's
made
false
he made
news.
Charles
How is
play with
that
a broken
possible? Have
PP.
the medical for the team in March. What if he gets injured at the last home game? Please
People
explain it
listen
to
to
me.
whatever they want to listen to, and that's fine. That's
How you
100%.
can somebody explain me how you can have a medical for Barcelona when you're a Chelsea player? You have to play till the end of the season, and
Because
for
it's
the fun of it,
you have to complete the medical beside you.
They baited you,
beside the
Lewis. They
contract, don't
baited
you?
you. You've just been debated.
No,
But
man.
he will-
I'm
but he's not
I'm
signing a
holding on to my
contract.
thoughts for tomorrow's stream because we don't have content for tomorrow, so I'm going to talk about it then.
Hey,
Today, we'll have a positive stream, and we'll talk about our brilliant win over at Burnley because we need to enjoy it. Streams are too negative. So
Josh
why are we
is in
going
the
to
Nah,
chat.
it is a positive.
Yeah, big win.
Can we give
That's the
Chalaba
last
the
word
Brass
Xavi said
Balls
on this
Award
channel.
for playing with the destroyed
Yes!
sausage?
I seen Lewis pause. I was like,
Pause what?
Did you get rid of the wrong person? Did you get rid of the champion? Got rid of
Oh no, it was meant to be both, but it is what it is. Guys, we'll talk. We will talk about the AC news tomorrow. We don't need to talk about it today. Like, let's talk about how great Reece James was.
I was saying, I've got something I want to talk about, but I'll wait.
nah,
till
yeah,
after.
for real.
Please make some out.
Yeah, let's talk
don't
about
know.
how good Reece James was.
second
Or
best
Money
attacking player.
Mates.
No, that was really good. That play, like he chopped. What did he chop it on his left?
That
chop
was
it back on his
individual
right?
brilliance. That was
Yeah, he
But,
led
like,
that charge.
I think we missed that like not all season. But when he's been out, like someone to break the deadlock because we played like that against Newcastle and he came out with like a banger of a goal. Like you feel me? He's been one of our best attackers this year, and I seriously feel like if he was in, we would definitely be closer to Man City.
And the
Ask
thing
me,
is,
kid, what do you
the progression that we've seen from him in an attacking sense, because I always believed in Reece James like as an all-round player from last season, but it was just in attacking areas where I kind of questioned whether he was good enough. But this season, the development he's had in attacking areas
He's
is
getting assists too.
next level. And as Andrew's, you can't see it in a minute, but as Andrew's name says, of the current crop of Cobham graduates, he is clear. He is clear of
No,
everyone.
Scott, him and Musiala.
He's
not.
What about Joe?
No, he is. He's clear of all of them.
He's not clear.
Yes, he is. Of all of them.
He is, man.
He is the one. He is the one that should be the future captain of the football.
He's not clear.
He's the only
What
one.
about Joe?
He's the only one with
Who said it? Who
Redneck,
said
not
it?
today,
He's
bro.
the only
Not
one with
today.
potential.
Yeah, chose the baller.
Ability.
Chose the baller.
He's
He's better than Sancho.
Not every day, man.
He's better than Sancho.
Not every day, Andrew
No,
Gold.
he's not.
Now I know why
No, he's
Chester's laughing
Yes,
right
he
now.
is.
Just going to put that out there. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Why are we mentioning players that didn't play yesterday?
We're not mentioning players.
Yeah, let's not talk about players that didn't play
Yeah.
yesterday. Let's keep it
Yeah.
on the players that played.
Can we have some respect for Chalaba's crushed nuggets? You know, he had an assist yesterday.
He
with
had
some
poor
crushed
game
nuggets.
though.
It wasn't his crushed nuggets. It was the main vein, as they say. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
he
He
has a bruised bratwurst,
Yeah.
and you know the man went out and played.
It's a
Look,
cocktail
dude,
that got
I'm
damaged.
sorry
That's
if
what
I
it
have
was.
a scrape on
The
my
future-
Johnson, you ain't seen me for 3 days. That man went out and played.
They were stitching him up. They were
He
stitching
put
him up
he
after the
put the
final.
Chalaba put his future generation on the line.
Yeah.
God, you know,
He put his
man,
lineage.
that just
Family
makes me
lineage on
hurt.
the line. That's what he
Yeah.
put, yeah.
Getting your sausage sewn up.
Jesus, man.
In front of everybody on the main table.
Gives a new term.
Hey, at least he's 6'3". He's not 5'5". You know, if you're 5'5", you might have a little problem. I'm talking about a little problem. You've had some micro stitches in that mother. You said, get the tattoo artist out.
No one in our squad is scoring that goal, man.
Reece James is the only one who shows potential world class. That he can, not that he is, but he shows potential world class qualities.
Well,
I think he's the best right back in the world right now.
One. He is the best. For me, he is the best out of this crop of Cobham.
Yeah, right now.
And he shows improvement in his game from last year.
That's the biggest thing. Of all the players that from this current crop, he is the only one I think that's has progressed on something.
He's shown vast improvement.
Yeah. But it's not that. He showed improvement on something that, as I said, I didn't think he was great
What
at.
about
So
your
now,
boy Cho? See-1.
like you look at
when he gets his loan, man.
You look at the others. My point is,
let Scott finish up before you
is the others. Whereas the others might have been good in other areas, they haven't improved on what they've been poor at. Like Mount still has the same issues with decision making. Cho still has the same issues where he doesn't consistently take a man on. Reece James has improved in an area where he was decent but not great, and he is now great. He's the only one that's done that of the current crop. None of the others.
You know, he said he started as a
no, but
Let's Scott finish, man. Fuck.
He wasn't. As I said, last season we weren't seeing this level of brilliance in the attacking area. We were it wasn't consistent. Now we're seeing consistently, and we're seeing it to a level where he is able to do shit like he did yesterday. But that's normal. That's at least the fourth time I've seen him do something like that this season. Fourth or fifth time.
Do you think that's because of he plays as a wing back?
Possibly, but even as we've seen though, even as a wing back, players can play as a wing back but still not be effective in attacking areas. But we're now seeing, or not even just Wan-Bissaka. Like we've seen it in our own club.
Yeah.
Like we've seen Aspi.
Although I'd put him over Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Reece James scores a goal, fantastic, but it doesn't take the of our offensive flaws. Pretty much overall.
No, it does. Like it's not even just that. It's he's just improved. Like his ability to actually take a person on 1v1 is quite underrated. I think there've been times I've seen him do that this season. Like his crossing has always been amazing, but I feel like it's somehow gotten better with the fact I think he's got a bit more consistent with it. Like he's just improved so much this
Reece
season.
is better with the ball at his feet, so it makes a few decoy runs.
And he's so fast.
Yeah, he's deceptively quick.
Yeah.
He's not like Mbappe levels or Traore levels of quick, but he's deceptively fast.
Yeah, he's actually very.
He's built like a brick shithouse.
But someone who's like his size, he's very fast.
And and Scott, the one thing I like about Reece, he knows when to do the shithousery stuff as well. Because you see him,
he's got a little Rudiger in him.
You see him out on the pitch. He's very petulant. He's very petulant on the pitch. But you see Reece,
at the end of the day, this won't happen every day, and there's some sort of goal we need to do that more often to open up the game.
He's not doing that every game, sorry.
Oh, I think Reece will come back and have. I think he might
no.
score.
That comment is coming. That comment that he just said, Pokedaku, is coming from a place of agenda-driven show. That's what that is. That's why he's saying it like that. Because we're not meant. Because I don't know why you're the one who should be bigging up Reece more than any of us. You always going about Cobham.
I'm just saying
you always going about Cobham. We're praising a Cobham grad, and you're the one who's doubting him on this stream. Like, I don't get this. I really don't. You're the one who should be leading this conversation on Reece James. And you're not doing it.
Man, respect our Cobham graduates.
Also, by the way, as someone's pointed out, I want to point out as well. Someone said in the comments,
first successful one since JT.
Yeah. Also, someone's pointed out in the comments aimed at me. I said that he wouldn't be the same when he was returned. I didn't think he would. That's testament to how good he's been. The fact that I thought when he came back, he would take a couple games just because I think it was a hamstring wasn't it, that he came out with.
Yeah,
that's why with injury. I've had a hamstring
all
injury
of us
before.
would, Scott.
Yeah, I've had that before, and that basically ended me playing football because I couldn't. My main attribute when I played football was speed, and I couldn't run at the same pace. I just couldn't.
And also, like, you look at Reece James when he came back from injury last season, it took him a while to get back to form too. Everyone used to get him because he'd only pass sideways and he wasn't taking on players. So it's fair to say that.
That's testament to how good he's been. But the first, 5 minutes or so he played against Liverpool where he looked a little bit shaky. Apart from that, he's been brilliant. Like
he's the best right back in the world. There is not a right back better than Reece James.
And the fact that he's done that coming back from an injury, like as I said, it's testament to how good he's been
out for a while.
I think any Chelsea fan, if I advise any Chelsea fan, don't engage in any Trent or Cancelo debates. Just enjoy having Reece James because he is quality.
Yeah, man.
Okay?
But I'll still
quality.
buy like a quality right backup though.
Is that the real Johnny or is that?
I think that is the real Johnny. That's
more in line with what
he did give Mount 8 out of 10 yesterday.
I think he's modded though.
Stupid, so
8 out of 10.
If you got to put the 5 and the
he gave
4,
8 out of 10 yesterday. Yes, that is true.
Actually, I'm not surprised. But come if that's the real Johnny.
Yeah, he's modded. He's modded.
It is the real Johnny. Johnny, man, come on, 8 out of 10. Let's not do this.
Yeah.
This guy registered one stat.
Half that and plus 1.
This guy registered one stat, and that was 2 ground jewels won. He didn't register enough.
In the second half, he was better in the second half, but he's still not back to his best.
He needs to be dropped.
Put in the shift.
I'll be real, like, he was a bit invisible. Like a little bit.
You think he was better in the second half when he dropped?
Yeah, he was better, but the whole team was better. The whole team was better. I feel like your performance just grows when the whole team's in a better position.
But he's not back to his best, and that's fine, But you've got to accept then the criticism of him. 8 out
Mount
of 10.
had 6 good games this season.
Anyone who's saying 8 out of 10 just shows the agenda there, and just ignore it.
Anyone that's saying above a 4 is showing agenda.
It's delusion.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd say Max.
I guess I showed
You
agenda.
could say he had a good performance if you really want to push it, but like
It was
wasn't
okay.
impactful.
It was okay.
I gave him a 6
second
out of
half.
10 because of the second half.
Second half. That's what
It was
Yeah,
okay.
I'd say 6. I'd say 6 is fair. It wasn't a disaster class. We just didn't see a lot from him either.
He did his job.
Second half he did his job. Yeah. First half he didn't. No one did. But
Yeah, first.
Second half he
Yeah.
dropped.
It was a very hard. It was very hard to
I
grade
think
that
it was
thing.
not.
But that's the
below
problem.
average.
You can't give him a high rating. You can't give him a high rating because everyone was poor at the first half.
Average player yesterday.
That's fair, Alex. He was a little bit. Listen, because you know what it is, Alex. He was put like the rest of the guys.
Alex,
He
not
was
just
poor first
yesterday.
half, and in the second half when he dropped a bit deeper.
Well,
he
we're
was
talking
better,
about
so
yesterday's. That's what I was
It
saying.
averaged itself to 5 or 6, doesn't it? So
I'm
it
not
averages
going.
itself out.
Like
Look,
a full-
my
It's
highest
very
score-
hard. It's very hard to give him a high rating when we
8.
improved. You saw
Jesus.
clear improvement in Pulisic and he got goals and assists. You saw clear improvement in Havertz. He got goals and assists. You
King
didn't
Cat.
see anything from Mount though in that regard.
Nope.
8. To give him 8, and he put glue in the message. I think you're sniffing glue if you think you're giving him 8. Seriously.
Yeah,
The cement.
the highest grade I gave.
I'm just gonna
Well,
say
that's what
I
you
don't
got your
I
head
don't
in
want to
cement.
talk about the guy. I don't want to talk about a guy that shouldn't play the next match anyway. I want to give props and
He's gonna play anyway, bro.
If
Cool.
he does, it doesn't matter. But let's
if he
talk about
does, he
someone else.
does. But I'm allowed to say I don't think he should.
Hey, Mount loves a game against Norwich, so I'm down for it.
Stat pad again.
Is that next
Um,
game is
I'm
Norwich?
here for it,
Yeah,
bro.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Scott,
Thursday.
guys, let Scotland, bro.
sorry.
I want to give props to
Are
Pat. And I'm not saying he's
you-
been world class. I'm not saying he's been world class before people try and twist what I say. But he's been consistent since he's come into the team, and that's Sal.
Huh?
In the
I
game,
thought he played pretty well.
in the games he's come in, despite the
half.
fact that
I thought it was
he's playing in a
horrific.
position. I thought he was decent.
Horrific?
I thought he was terrible.
I
I
thought he
didn't
was
think he was
decent,
terrible.
and this is why I
I
said he
thought it was
wasn't.
okay.
Especially in the first half.
Talking
Second
about
half, again, got a bit
talking about
better.
somebody did the job. He did his job.
Yeah, and that's
actually.
the thing, and that's why I say
It's like the
he's
same
been
thing with
consistent.
Alonso.
Maybe I'm being
He's
harsh.
not
I
been-
don't know. Go on.
So even against Luton, and even in a couple other games we've seen him before, like he's not been incredible.
It's nothing
He's not been
special.
world class. No,
See
but
that glue,
again,
see that
he's not
glue's taking effect.
Johnny, man.
He's not been, as I said, he's not been incredible. I'm trying to ignore him, by the way. He's not been incredible. He's not been
Yeah, he's just
world
doing his
class.
job.
But he's been consistent. Exactly, and that's the thing. That's what I want to see from him to begin with. It's just a level of consistency where he does
First.
like a decent job. And I think not a lot of people have spoken about the fact he's come in, done a job when he's needed to, played left wing back when he's needed to, which he's not comfortable with, and still been decent. He's still put in a shift.
Fair, I gave him a 6.5 yesterday.
Maybe it's just because every time I saw him in the first half, especially like he's always a bit rash at times, crossing the ball.
That one cross he did,
had,
bro.
we see this, but bar the Rudiger long shots, he had the only chance of the first half, which Havertz should have got the end of. That cross, like straight across the 6 yard box.
And Reece should have hit that with more venom.
Nah, he
I'll
done
be
me to
real.
Reece.
That was another one that I think Max you could give a 6 for. I didn't think he was good.
Yeah, I thought he was just
Didn't
average. Where he did his job.
Sal. I don't think Sal was
just
good.
average.
Again, he got
Sal
better in the
was
second
average.
half. Fair enough,
no.
but first half he was awful.
What's
Sal
so
was
awful
good.
about him? Like, what's the awful about him?
Every time I saw him, he was either losing possession or hitting a terrible cross, except for that one that found Kai Havertz.
Yeah,
But
his cross was leading.
I
Most
don't
I saw
actually-
from him was ineffective.
Because first of all, his defending is better than Alonso. That's a fact based on yesterday's game.
No, it's
He
not.
had a couple of challenges
Look.
that he actually stopped the crossing. How many corners did we have?
4.
Burnley, they had a
Exa-
few.
first-
They had a few.
Exactly. The reason why they had the corners is because the people are blocking those shots in the box. So that's what you're supposed to rate your left back or wing back, whatever, in that regard. So he did his job. The balls did not go into the box. They went to corners. That's what he's supposed to do. But if you think that he's he's supposed to play his defensive role. Why do you expect him go better forward if a midfield does not go forward? What do you think? Do you think wing back's supposed to go high end position on the field than a midfield?
He was a little bit. He was going higher than Pulisic when Pulisic was dropping to receive the ball in the first half.
It's debatable.
Yeah, but that's how it works. If somebody drops in, then you can go forward because numerically you stay in the same way. That's how you do it. When Rudiger charges through the middle, DM, either Jorginho or somebody or Conte stays back.
To be fair, most of the comments are agreeing with you on this one as well. I might be wrong on this.
So
Saul
had 91 touches.
Class, but he was decent. He was good, and he did his job. This is the thing. Like he wasn't.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to say.
Now, maybe I'm not giving him enough credit defensively, but offensively,
Maybe you are looking at. I don't know who
I
you're
didn't see
looking
a
at.
lot from him. No. Offensively, I stand by what I said. He wasn't good
I
enough.
like
Maybe
this.
defensively, I didn't look at him enough.
He did his job.
But offensively, when he had the ball, he wasn't doing his job.
You want stats?
The one thing that they need to hold on a second, just one quick on Saul. One thing I do understand why in the second half he didn't do it enough. It's when Mount dropped it on the left and he went on the left. He needs to realize that Mount likes somebody to overlap him through the back. Mount likes somebody that goes behind his back on the wing and cross it. There's a couple of moments when Mount had the ball on the left side, and you can see what's his name, Saul, kind of like way too defensive in that kind of situation. I think
Alanga scored.
What?
I'm joking.
Fucking hell, this guy, man.
Just kick.
You're gonna be joking in the background in a minute, man. When people are actually talking.
So here are Saul's stats. He had 91 touches. He had an 89% accurate passes. 57 out of 64. 2 key passes. 6 crosses. One of them was accurate. 5 long balls. 4 were accurate. He had 6 ground duels. He won 2 of them. 5 aerial duels. Won 3 of them. Lost possession 19 times. He fouled somebody once. 2 clearances, 1 block shot, and 2 tackles. He was not dribbled past.
Wait, you say 89 of what? 89 what?
89% on his passing.
Nobody dribbled past him. Nobody dribbled past him.
No one dribbled past
That's
him.
what I'm saying. Like Lewis, wash your eyes, and apologize to Saul.
So I gave him a 6.5. I thought he was better than Jorginho and Conte.
Definitely, that was my point. The if we going on the ratings, there was nobody worse than on the field, on the specific field. Well, if we go in defense, Chalobah is the weakest link. Chalobah made the mistakes. Then Jorginho and Conte both.
Chalobah's.
The moments that he was outplayed. Yeah, I can see that. That's
man.
Both the midfielders were bad in the first, specifically in the first half. Conte improved in the second half. Jorginho same shit second half. And the forward line, Mount was poor in the first half. Wolf Pulisic poor in the first half. Kai Havertz was good in the first and the second. Then they both improved. Mount improved and Conte improved. Jorginho was shit. Here we go. Here's my rating for you to game. And I watched the game twice.
Kante was just
dreadful.
He wasn't needed.
His ball distribution. It wasn't.
I said it wasn't the right game for N'Golo.
Also, by the way, I said this on a space yesterday.
Hold on a second, Lewis. Is it a cooking channel for you today? Am I gonna cooking you today? Why is the game was not? Why are you saying it's not?
Kante
because
was
the game against a team that sits deep. I've always said it in the case.
Did they sit deep yesterday?
We had the majority of possession.
First half they did.
Okay,
until they scored.
Yeah. Here's like, what's the majority of possession? Did we have majority of possession in the first half? Can somebody look?
I haven't seen the stats, but from
I think we had 55 or 60%.
That's not a majority of possession. That's not controlling the game.
How much is a possession stats?
That's what it is.
70 plus ish, 71.
Yeah, but what did you do?
Right, yeah, that is dominating possession.
That's what counts.
I don't think it. I don't. Where do you? Are you looking at the stat, or are you just pulling numbers out of your ass?
I'm just looking at the stats.
Now
I got all the numbers out of my ass.
We did not dominate possession. We are having a possession, but
you know
we not dominated.
Yeah, you
Someone-
know what's funny?
I've seen
Conte,
75,
if you look at Conte's
79%.
stats,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's
They were
Yeah,
79.
72.6%.
I don't think 79% is true, man.
I'll
Or
have a look.
70.
oh, in the entire game,
79% in the first half.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
just that
right,
in the
okay
first
then.
half, Burnley looked
That's
like
That ain't
majority.
dominating. I don't know what
No,
dominating
Yeah, I
is.
know, but I
majority.
don't think that
They
there
did
was.
dominate it, bro. It's just that Burnley had like.
But this is also why it's not always stats. It's eye test
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well. It's how
yeah.
do you see the game?
I didn't
And
see
from
them.
how I saw
did
the
not see
game,
them as-
we had dominated possession, and they were sitting deep trying to absorb it for the most part.
yeah,
I
Which
just
is
don't
why
see
I
it.
said
I
we
just
don't
don't
need
see it, man.
Kante, because when you play those sorts of teams, his best asset is break-up play. What
And-
is he
and
breaking
again,
up?
Let's check on
Most
stuff.
of their chances came from our mistakes. Again, like you see that one where Chalobah just dawdles on the ball and tries to pass. Like I think he either tried to pass it back to Mendy or let it go out of play, and he just wasn't paying attention to where the player was. You look at like the chance they had that led to the corner that Collins missed from. Yeah, most of their chances came from our stupid mistakes again.
again, and if you look at what Conte did, he had 3 key passes in the game. I didn't even know that.
I think it was his ball out to
Oh,
James
1-0
for
City. 1-0 City.
Havertz.
Kevin
Oh,
De Bruyne.
jeez, you scored.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Very nice. Very
In
nice.
your face, Ryan. In your face.
Alright,
By the way,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna head
hold on
out
a second.
because
Oh,
you
by
guys,
the way,
you guys are ruining the stream. I mean,
That's
the-
not. Oh my god!
Come on.
Did you just see it? Did you see it, Alex?
What you going to say again?
5 minutes in, they've scored. Oh, they're going to get railed.
Well,
There's
watch
gonna be
the-
some
Alex,
jail
did you see the
house.
goal?
Here's how bad it is. The possession game on a possession thing. I'm looking at the stats from yesterday game. Total shots they had 6, we had 4. I don't care how much possession you have.
4 on
Defending is so
target.
poor, man. Jeez.
If they had 6 shots out of that possession, that's not dominating the ball.
What are you talking about?
But that's all. But that's all.
The first half
That's all
possession yesterday.
situational.
Oh, the
That's all
first half.
situational.
Yeah, the first half.
Them having what 6? What was it? They had 6 shots. We had 4.
I think the
No,
definitions
we
are
had
getting
6 shots.
mixed
They had
up.
4.
Right,
think
and that's
you're
all in
trying to say
open
they
play.
did
No,
more with
they
it.
had 6 shots. We had 4.
No,
So
that's
Alex,
not
what
true.
you're trying to say, they did more with the ball. That's what you're trying to say.
I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah,
at it
yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
well,
First-
you're
Yeah,
right.
but that
We
doesn't
away
mean that
game.
they dominated.
We away game. Never mind, Jester. I messed up. It's right. I forgot righty, lefty. But yes,
Righty
I
Toddy,
still-
Lefty Lucy.
lefty Lucy. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I don't think. I don't know. It just didn't look like we had any kind of control or any kind of possession of the ball yesterday, and specifically in the first half.
No,
What
we
was
had
Kante's-
control. I just think we lacked penetration.
What was
I don't
Kante's?
think
You
we
said
had
he had.
Who lacked
Someone, I think it was you just that said Kante had 3 key passes. Or what were those
Yeah.
key passes?
Not the one key pass I
I'm just
can
reading
remember
stats. I
was
couldn't
his,
tell you.
um
Well, I know he had one
his
to.
ball out to James to cross to Havertz.
Yeah,
Maybe
he had the
that
ball out
was-
to James.
I don't know. The rest,
He
though.
had. He wasn't as bad as you think he was, but he doesn't ever shine as brightly in games where he's not a maniac breaking up play, because that's what everybody looks for when Conte plays. He's not
He's a
Kovacic.
destroyer. He's
He's not Kovacic. That's why we have Kovacic to do those types of things. Look pretty in the midfield, dribble past people, set up
But
play.
even when Kovacic came on, he wasn't that good.
You know, for me, that none of the substitutes really had any influence on the game. I gave them all 6s. They were
Like
just
I said,
average.
The problem is that you can't, unlike Champions League, League Cup, FA Cup, you can't correct something like that because you've only got 3 subs. Really,
Right.
the rest you got 5. You can correct it more. So if Kante was having, you could see like Kovacic or coming on for either them or Loftus-Cheek like a lot earlier than you probably would have saw.
No, I was just saying the basics that he normally does well. Like he was like ball retention
Yeah,
and all
but
that stuff.
Kante.
I'm not like criticizing. I don't care, but I'm just saying
He
it
didn't even lose the ball that much.
it was a normal Kova.
No player is above criticism. We got to get our heads around that. No player is above criticism. And you shouldn't be afraid to criticism, no matter whose favourite is. Kante's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
played
I
ever.
was going to say this.
Kante's
Like I
not
was
played
going to
well
say
the last
this.
few games. Let's face it, he's not played well the last few games.
I was
Nah,
going to say this.
And that's because he's got high
People don't
standards.
want to. Andrew, people don't want to have this conversation. I can already see in the comments, by the way, that I can tell people don't want to have this conversation. But since bar the Lille game, where he was excellent and was man of the match, he has been poor in every game that he's played since he's come back. He's been
Underperforming,
poor.
Scott.
He's getting played too much.
Who?
What do you mean? He just come back
He
from
doesn't
injury
get
not long
anything.
ago. How do you mean he's
Yeah.
played too much?
He's just
He's
been
been
not
poor.
himself. He's just not himself. Like,
And you can say that, and I can still say Kante is an excellent player. He's just been poor. But some people quite clearly don't seem to get it in the comments.
because it's a
He hasn't been his
Bro,
level.
I've told you, there's no one more sensitive than Kante stands. They don't want to hear They don't want to hear any sort of criticism. But
I
it's
don't know.
like-
Mount too.
He hasn't been
Mount
at his
stands
level, but
are worse.
we haven't needed.
No, not Mount stands. That's just Johnny.
We haven't
No, we
needed
haven't
N'Golo
needed
Kante.
to be at his level. It's just one of those things where you see it and he's one of those players who you do, because you know how good he is, you can see the drop off. Like you know what his best is. We've seen his best, so you're able to see the drop off. We're lucky it doesn't affect us as much, but you can. It's visible.
But the
If
problem
that
is
was Man
also,
City, yes,
but the problem
if
is
that-
also is Jorginho, as much as I think, is not in any type of form at the moment.
Man,
Out
Yeah,
of form.
he's not either. Yeah, he's not either.
Out of form, and you've got two of them starting yesterday, and that even makes it worse because you can't correct two of them.
And
People are going to say it's agenda, but I thought Jorginho was better personally.
But even
Yeah,
before
I
this,
thought-
Jorginho
I
hasn't
thought
been
he was-
playing.
I
Like,
thought he was
why?
poor. I thought he was poor.
Like again, we didn't have a lot of penetration into the box, but I thought he was way more
We
pressing.
didn't need Jorginho that game.
We needed somebody because they were dropping the strikers on the sixes. We needed somebody who could receive the ball and get past that striker, find space, and then once a defender comes to close that space down, make the pass into the runner that's going into that
I would have
evacuated
started
space.
Ruben because of his height.
It's very simple.
No, Ruben, no, but I'll be real with you and me have spoken about the front three, Jester, about like how at least two of it. For me, it's all three of them should be locked in at the minute based on form, but certainly two of them are locked in the midfield. Kovacic should be locked in that midfield. As long as he is fit to play, he should be playing in every game in that midfield.
I can't disagree at this point.
Say again?
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, because the
And
thing
he's
is, like, he is our most progressive midfielder in terms of carrying the ball. Like, and in games like this, where, as you said, they sharp, and they've got players that are sitting on our midfielders. You need someone, as you said, who can risk on the half turn and drive it. And Kante can't do that, and Jorginho can't do that. Like, Kante can do that when he's on form and at his best. But as we've said, he's not on form and at his best.
And Kovacic has been consistent this year.
Yeah, Kovacic should be starting in every midfield in every game he's fit for. Every game.
Kovacic definitely should have started this one.
But it's good that he gets a rest, I guess.
Yeah, probably against Norwich.
In answer,
Can you
Poku
play
Doku, in answer
against,
to your question about the front three. In answer to your question about the front three, right now it should be Pulisic, Havertz, and Ziyech.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, have you not seen?
As long as Ziyech
the
The thing is,
be those three.
that'll never happen though, because Mount's
It
always
won't.
going to play.
It won't, but that's what it should be.
Probably,
Because
yeah.
because Ziyech has shown that he can do everything that Mount can, and yet is more creative. He can drop into the midfield. He's shown that in the Watford game and in other games. He's shown that he can press high up the pitch. Like, he's shown that he can do everything that Mount does great.
And he doesn't get brain dead in the final third.
Sometimes he does, but more,
Yeah, he does have a howler.
But
I think
like,
Ruben,
Mount is just brain dead all the time in the final third.
Just to answer Josh, I think Ruben was held back from the midfield because I think he was always going to be the wing back replacement, the wing back sub. So I don't think that's why he wasn't put in the midfield. Is that was always going to be the move to make. I don't think Reece James was ever going 90, and I think that was a nailed on sub.
Also,
So,
I think that's directed at me. I think that's directed at me saying no for Ruben just in the midfield in general. But because for me, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same as earlier on in the season when he had good games against. He had that cameo against City. He had that good game against Villa in the Cup, and he had one other good game. And everyone was like, "Oh, this guy's the answer. He should come into our midfield." Then he had the Brentford second half when they literally brought a player on just to sit on him, and he went from being decent and good to being completely invisible. Because every time he got the ball, he had someone pressing him, and the Watford game, where he was directly at fault for their goal.
Southampton, he was good too.
Yeah, that might have been the other game, but it's this. Like
he
had good games, but people are quick to forget that he's also had games where he is directly I can't speak.
the Watford.
It's
Cost us
Directly.
goals.
Directly.
That's there we go.
Directly, yeah.
Directly costing us.
Yeah, like we've already seen when we need to rely on him for a string of results. He hasn't really got the IQ in the final third to release that final ball, but he's a good squad player. Like I already said, just
and
keep him in that
he's very
position
versatile.
long
As he's shown,
possible.
he's very versatile, and that is the versatility is a good quality. But as a lockdown like backup / potential starter for some games, he's not. He's a versatility.
Did you
player.
message Flawless about the funeral? Manchester United funeral right now going on.
Did they get scored on again?
Oh, that's a very good
No.
try.
Scott, I think Mount's biggest problem is that he's very erratic with his finishing in the box.
No
You know what's
composure.
Mount?
It's his hair.
You want
I've
me to
said
tell
this,
you
he
the
would
biggest
literally-
problem with Mount is defense like Johnny. That's the biggest problem with Mount. By the ones that should be at fault by putting that much
Too much
pressure on the
pressure.
kid.
Yeah, that's the thing. They put him on a pedestal, and he's never going to live up to being on that pedestal. And the problem is then you've
I
got
mean,
the
you don't know that he will
At the
never
moment,
gonna.
At the moment, sorry, I'll preface that by saying at the moment he's not living up to that being on that pedestal. And then you've got people on the other side, like the far end, like Kai and like Xavi's now basically on. I'm kind of on that side, but not quite to
I
the
wouldn't
extreme.
say Kai is on that pedestal either yet.
No,
Nobody
Kai's
at
Kai's the
No,
other way.
Kyle.
No,
Who's Kai?
yeah,
The
I'm saying-
YouTuber. The YouTuber.
I'm saying so. You've got people that are the other way, like so. You've got Johnny one extreme, Kai's the other extreme, like, and that's the problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kyle, yeah.
From one extreme to
Just
the
say
other, and that's the
YouTube
problem.
Kai.
You've,
Just say
because of
YouTube Kai,
because
there
of
you
the people like Johnny who've done that, you've then got people who've gone the other way, and then it's
Yeah.
creating the friction that.
but
the
I
thing.
think
But yeah,
it's
so
people
as-
like
as
Johnny
the-
created people like Kai,
Yeah.
not the other way around.
Yes, definitely.
But as C1 said, all Mount needs to do is literally it's one thing he needs to improve on, and he would be so much better, and that's his composure. If he just got a bit more composure, he'd be so much better as a player.
Yeah,
So
I think
much
he
better.
needs more hair gel for his hair. I think that's his issue.
He needs to go back to last season's trim. Man.
Nah,
That was
I like his
before
new
that.
trim.
General hair gel is not
I like his trim.
functioning properly.
Nah, this
Someone
trim
should
is
have given him
horrific,
a
man.
reverse Mohican.
Lube his
for
hair
his
up like
missing last
Adama
season.
does his body, and I think he'll be all right.
Yeah.
Just dip him in hair
Leave the
gel.
sides and shave the middle. That's
Yeah,
what he should
I
have
think he's
done.
just copy Phil
Last week.
Foden's trim.
No, man.
Get a
No,
Go back.
no,
Go.
that's bad.
Oh, that's
Get-
just go
get
back
on.
to last year's. Go back to last year's trim, man. You'll be better.
No, I'm not going to say too much about Mount because he is an 8 playing as a forward,
Yeah, exactly.
and that is his best position. Everything you praise him for is what you praise an 8 for. He's a fantastic number 8, and as soon as we
Facts.
play a formation with a number 8, he needs to be a nailed-on starter in the midfield.
Facts.
Until that
Definitely,
point,
definitely.
it needs to be a matchup decision because he's not a forward, and sometimes that, there's a reason that some players that grew up in one position don't have the instincts when they move to another. Like Serginho Dest was a winger, went to a right back. Well, because he didn't grow up with that defensive game in, game out, that decision making process, he doesn't have it innately built into him. It's the same thing with Mount. He's always going to lack that forward clinical edge because he's not a forward. He's a midfielder.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he can't be one of the best midfielders to ever play the game. I'm not saying that. But he's not a forward.
Oh, no.
Reece James was a striker before he moved to right back.
That doesn't surprise me.
Reece
And he would
James
be
is
pretty
Yeah,
much
Scott, that's what I was trying to say earlier when you
There's
spoke about
a couple
finishing-
players that have done that before.
his finishing instincts show that. Like Reece James, he's like one of the best
and
finishers we have.
And not even just that, the way he strikes a football.
Yeah, you could tell he played striker, man.
There's always exceptions to those rules, but Reece James played defensive
That's a penalty.
football long enough to where he has
Jesus
innately
Christ,
built
it's a
into him.
fan.
He knows he has the instincts to be a defensive player.
Yeah, he only moved
There are
under
some players that
15s.
get moved never develop those instincts.
Yo,
It's
fellas,
the
I'm
same
gonna
way
watch the
going
game,
forward.
honestly, yeah.
So, I
You're
I'm not gonna go
asking.
down.
You literally ask a lot on Mount. Like I just think he needs to be like stay in his natural position. Then
Yeah, same, man.
We don't play with an 8.
He's a baller, man.
We don't play with an
That's
8. And we
admirable. That's admirable. But I'm sorry, the chances he missed last week, and he's missed the chances before, he should be finished. I don't care if he's an 8 or what, a forward, whatever. Those chances.
Don't get me wrong. Like, it doesn't take the fact that
do you guys think?
justified.
Do you guys
Hang
think
on,
Gallagher
sorry,
benches
Fanta?
Mount?
No, like I
Callum,
understand that.
did you
but
bring-
his
did you bring up
criticism-
the-
No, hang on. Let Fanta finish his point.
Matter, sorry.
Let Fanta finish his point and then Poku
I
Doku
didn't hear
can
what
say
you
that.
said.
No, onto that chances that you said, like for example, Luton game or maybe a couple of previous games. Yeah, like his criticism should be justified. Like I understand why people keep getting on man a lot about him not being a midfielder and that, but like Andrew says, like if he does something wrong, he should be criticised.
Yeah,
Exactly. He's not above any other player, is he, Fanta? He's not above
exactly.
any other
No one
player.
I do think he gets a lot.
Go on, Doku.
Oh, here we
Go on,
go.
Poku.
Oh yeah,
What
like I
were
was
you saying,
saying,
Poku?
do you think Conor Gallagher benches Mount next season?
No.
No.
It depends. I
don't
don't
know.
think so. But I would say my
Not
level of
start.
how much I think depends if we keep this. If we keep the formation we're playing now, then definitely not, because Gallagher will probably play as one of the 2 6s, and he can't play there. If we go to a 4-3-3, then it's a debate. I'd still say no, but it's more of a debate. If we stay 3 at the back, then no, outright, definitely no.
Facts.
Yeah, I would tend to agree, but I don't think he'll be brought back if we stay with 3 in the back.
Yeah.
I think he'll go back on a loan.
I think he might, but he'll just probably have a year where he doesn't really play that much. When he plays, he's not that impressive, and then we end up selling him a year later than we probably should have done.
Do you think that we lack a player in the middle? I mean, no fluidity of the ball. I think we're just playing stuck in the between.
Not gonna lie, a player I would
Nothing we can
I'd
do
love to
about
have.
Let me finish, please. For fuck's sake, Pokudoku.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Sorry, man. Okay. Like, do you
I
think
love
that
aggressive
sometimes we play the ball, we're a bit frustrating, sometimes no fluidity, like yesterday's, like
Yeah, pizza these nuts.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's the thing. Like sometimes we just play with no fluidity, though. Yeah, like yesterday's. Because
I don't know, but my Achilles is starting to bother me.
Mhm.
I don't know if I can finish. I can finish.
That's
Finish
low,
the
man.
stream.
That is so low. That
Jesus.
is so low. That is
Jesus.
so low, man. That is so low.
It's
That
bothering
is
me,
so-
man.
That's poor, man. I expected better from you.
Did you? I don't know why.
Did you?
I don't know. I thought you. That is so low.
I can't believe people actually compare. I can't believe people actually compare Pulisic with Cho. Actually, I can't believe it. Actually,
Yeah, I think they actually. I think Cho is.
Don't think.
I think at their best.
Let him finish. Let him finish his point before we say.
Can I
Have
go
you
off
guys
the
seen a
Poku
video?
Doku, please?
Have you seen a
Have you
video
seen what
like,
video?
of Cho and Pulisic doing skills together? They're actually evenly matched.
Oh, Sancho scored 1-1.
Cho and Pulisic are doing.
what a finish! What a
No,
finish!
Sancho's not player of Trent, man. Come on.
Yes.
No, he's
yes,
not.
he is.
No,
Yes,
he's
he is.
I just
No,
need
he's
to
not.
say-
He's got more
Yes,
EPL goals.
No,
Than
It's not even. It's
Alex,
not
that's the
even
Cho we
close.
should have signed.
Hey,
It's
Sancho.
not
Scott,
close.
I wanted to
That's
go
what
after
Cho's
Poku
supposed to
Doku.
do.
Relax,
I wanted to go after Pokudoku.
Yeah, go.
Pulisic. I think at their best, Pulisic is the better player, but I think Cho offers some sort of creativity that we lack in the front line.
Facts.
Did you see Pulisic yesterday with his creativity?
I
He was
don't think-
involved in 3 goals.
I don't think Pulisic is a creative player. I think he's more of a goal scorer. That's just my opinion.
No, he
I
is. He will score
He's a
more
mixture of
goals than he
both.
get assists. But to say he's not a creative player is just not true.
Yeah, I still
From
think
what
Callum's a lot
I've seen from
respect.
what I've seen from the creative metrics, he's not really a creative player like that. But that's fair if you disagree.
But yeah, I think Callum still has a role on the team, man.
No, Callum has no role on this team.
Of course he
Oh,
does.
that's a great finish by him, man.
Yeah, someone needs to get the
By the
orange
way,
slices.
when you said from what did you say? Creative what metrics?
Yeah, like
That's when I stopped listening to you. Like when you said the word creative metrics at itself. Like what the fuck is that shit?
bro, like there's more to creativity than just assists, but it's fine.
Anyway, he's 21 years old. He's had Achilles surgery. Apparently, it's his other Achilles that is bothering him now. I don't know if it's the same one or another one. You can't have it at 21 years old.
If
That's
it's his
nasty.
other Achilles, then that's
It's just time. It's time. You know, you have to sell him while you can get something for him.
If it's his other Achilles, he needs to very quickly, learn how to play differently than he currently plays. Very quickly.
Did Pogba get an assist, Andrew?
Apparently.
I can't remember, man. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was a Pogba assist.
Bro, this
It
guy.
was like an assist, like a
part is,
Bro, if we
funny
can
part
get
is,
we can get
I can understand the other Achilles gets hurt because when you in your head still thinking about that first one,
You overuse the
you're
other one.
automatically using the other foot more as a stability than I can understand that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where as like that will stop him using his explosiveness. It's already stopped him using explosiveness, and then he's got to adapt his game. And I don't think he's got the footballing IQ to adapt his game, especially at the age he's at.
Of course he does, man.
But then you're in trouble because then you're relying on the attribute that you're best at, but the
It's
attribute
funny
you're
to
best at being hindered.
Two words that doesn't apply to Cho: explosiveness and.
He was explosive before he got injured.
Maybe he was explosive when he came out of his mom's vagina. That was the only time explosiveness he actually
Nah, come
had,
on, man. Be real.
I was explosive yesterday, but it all ended up in the toilet.
Mad.
That didn't hit, but
Yeah, if that is true about the Achilles, then that's very bad.
Yeah, well, that's
Sure,
what's
but
kept him out is
that's
his
it.
Achilles injury. Achilles.
You know,
he has
but
pain in
if
his
it's the
Achilles.
other one, then if it's the same one, then it's not good.
It's still
but
bad.
better than it's still bad,
still
but
bad.
it's better than it's better than if it was the other one. If it's the other one, please fucked.
Yeah, again, it's just bad news. You sell him for between 20 and 30 million pounds this summer and be done with it. He's not the player that he was ever going to be because of the Achilles. If he's having pain in the other one or the same one, it's a warning sign. Get rid while you can make some money off of him.
do you know Jonathan Panzo?
Yeah.
No, I do not.
Yeah, okay. He said in an interview, out of Hudson-Odoi, Greenwood, Foden and Sancho, Hudson-Odoi by far was the hardest to defend against.
Is that
Don't
before
care.
or after injury?
Yeah, I'll say when
Before.
was this? Because he won't have played. He won't have played with
Okay.
them. Yeah, I'll say
Is
he
that
won't have.
with you or
that's
without
different,
you? I don't know.
Yeah, he won't have played with any of them for a very long time, or for not a very long time, but
That's
quite a
before
while.
the injury as well. He said. So it's like,
But yeah, then
try it now.
that's kind of.
Try it now.
Yeah.
We'll probably have different
Because
answers.
also since then, I'll say since then you've had, Scumbag has had a few years playing with Ollie. You've got who else did you say?
Greenwood, Foden, Sancho.
Foden's had a few. Sancho's obviously been playing under Ollie and was playing in the Bundesliga for a few years.
By the way,
Foden's
is there any way back for Greenwood in the football at all?
Yeah,
He's dead food.
yes.
Unless it comes out that she made the thing up.
Yeah, unless
He's dead.
he's
No,
innocent.
it
Yeah,
doesn't. It
that
doesn't
would be
matter. It doesn't-
mad. I don't
How
think
does
so.
she make these things up if
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's the
So
only
he's
way
done.
back.
No, trust me. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. Even if he's found guilty, when he gets out of prison, he will find another job in football. It just won't be in England. I guarantee you.
Oh no, that I actually kind of agree with. I think
Bro,
maybe
there
we could
are
see him
teams
playing
in-
in one of the Saudi or Asian.
There are teams in
countries or
Turkey, or
South
there are
America.
teams in
Yeah, why'd you go
there are
right to
teams in
Saudi
Turkey or
there?
Yeah,
Saudi
he'll
or-
never for Man U again.
He'll
Why'd
get
you
another.
take the
He'll get another
directed to
footballing
Saudi?
job.
Shamelessly
I'm
just
fucking-
put it up there.
I'm fucking with you.
By the way, there's no forgiveness for the guy. Like the guy, it's the sin that you can come back from it.
Yeah,
we don't speak about him.
General question, like he cannot be forgiven, right?
Everybody.
Bro, right
every
now it's
country.
about getting to the bottom of it, and when he's found guilty, him going through the punishment. Like
Do you
no
know-
one's gonna
do you
think about that right
Do you know
now.
he was on Fortnite the
He
other
has to
day?
go through his punishment.
That's right.
The
Clutch, he
thing is, it
did.
takes a second to ruin
And
a
he
reputation.
and they'd say he's
whole
one of the
lifetime
best
to build it.
fullbacks in the world.
Mm.
He did say that.
Who, Walker?
Oh, what a save!
No,
Oh.
Cancelo.
Cancelo.
said
Cancelo.
that.
Oh, yeah, Cancelo, yeah.
Baby, 2-1.
What?
Man City.
Oh,
KDB again?
KDB again.
KDB
All right, I'm getting off the
Ryan,
stream so I can watch.
Ryan.
I can watch
Yeah, I
somebody
might
cry.
go.
Yeah. I can't lie. Yeah, we are gonna dip.
Yeah,
Big up
let's go,
everyone
bro.
Ryan
locked
again.
in.
Say KDB.
We'll be
Love.
back tomorrow for potentially the funeral stream. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button.
And also,
And
Little son.
yeah, we're out. Leave you the Danish Maldini. Take care, like
The
and
last time we
subscribe.
shot,
Peace.
yeah.
Sweet.